Hello, this is Kelly Acheson coming to you from the Nashua, Wisconsin. I've got a cute little project to show you today. We've got a brand new stamp set called Halloween Treat, and I made this little box. And isn't it cute how it wiggles? I just love this. Here's the Halloween Treat set. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 images, and they're really quite large. So there's a lot of Halloween treat fun going on here. That's what I used for my owl and my hat, and also my cute little box where I stamped up the little spiders. And then for my tag up here on the top, I used a little something which has some really cute little images in it. I used the trick or treat image on a tag. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make this adorable little treat box. Okay, I started with 2 strips of Lost Lagoon cardstock. These are cut 2 inches by 9 inches, and they are scored at 1.5, 3.5, 5.5, and 7.5. So I've already done that here. And then I took the scallop tag punch and I punched both ends of both pieces. Now sometimes if you don't have these cut perfectly at 2 inches wide, you may have some trouble getting them in here. And if that's the case, you can trim them a little more or take a look at the back and make sure that they're okay here. You've got them pushed all the way in the punch. So this one's a little tight. I could trim it some more, or I could just push it in there and make it work. What I did with these is I took and I stamped all the little spiders on here with our Memento black ink pad. And then we're going to fold on the score lines. Whoops. And you see that this middle one right here, this is the bottom of the box. So these go together just like this. First I want to put some stars on here with some rich razzleberry. So I've got a brand new product here to show you. This is called our fine tip glue pen. You know how sometimes you just need teeny little dots of glue? Well, this is the ticket. And that is found on page 43 of our new mini catalog. It's $7 and it's great for little sequins, or like what I'm going to do here is some little stars. So little tips for you here. I've got a lot of little stuff going on here. When you first get your glue bottle, you're going to have to open it up and take the seal off of it. You can discard that. You don't need that anymore. And what makes this very, very unique, twist the white top off. Whoops, my black top is coming with it. Only twist the white top off. Is there's just a tiny little applicator in there. The cool part is do you see what's in here? There's a pin that's mounted in the lid. So when you put your glue away, that pin goes right down into that metal tip, so that keeps it from clogging all the time. Isn't that cool? Now remember, you might need to get your reading glasses out to see this, but it'll make sure that your tip will work every time. What a fabulous idea. Okay, so I have punched out some stars using the Itty Bitty Accents punch, and I'm just going to apply those to my box wherever. I like to just kind of do it randomly. Put stars everywhere. A couple more here. There we go. We've got stars. Now I'm going to use our Tombow liquid glue, and I'm going to place some glue. Not too much. Remember, less is better here. Okay. Okay. And you're going to simply glue the 2 bottoms together. And I like to hold mine up like this, make sure I've got it in there right. Hold it up like this, make sure the edges are even. You can slide it around with the liquid glue, which is what I like. Okay, there's our cute little box. Wasn't that simple? Are you saying to yourself, oh my gosh, that's my kind of box? In a couple minutes. Okay, like I said, I used the Halloween treat set, and this comes with a set of framelits. It's got this cute little boo, and it's also got the skeleton with the bones, the witch's hat, the little star wand, of course your big owl, your Halloween bucket, and even one for the little spider. Don't forget the boo. The boo is not one of the stamps, but how cute is that? Okay. Whoops, I lost my owl. So, next thing I'm going to do here, eyeballs on, and I just got some googly eyes. And we're going to take those and drop those right onto our little owl. Again, remember, you don't want to put too much glue on. You don't want it oozing out all over from underneath. You don't want to tip it over upside down either. It's going to be one of those days. Here we go. I just like to kind of slide it in place. Press it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. There's our little owl with our googly eyes. Isn't he fun? Who doesn't love googly eyes? I'm going to apply some glue right here on the top of his head to put his little hat on. And then I want a star right here on his head. And that'll just add some color and some interest. Isn't that cute? Yay! Okay, now, as we looked at this before, how did I make that wiggle? Isn't that just precious? Well, I've got wire in there. I'll show you how I did that. So, with your box still open here, it doesn't matter which side you pick. We are going to, this is just some old wire that I have. It's very, very flexible. So if you don't have any old wire like I do, just go pick yourself up some. And I've got a Sharpie marker here. Any round, larger marker will work. And I'm just going to take my wire and wrap it around here. And I want just a couple more here. I did about 4 loops. So can you see that? There's about 4 there. I want to push those together so they're not so spread out. And there's our little spring. Now don't do this with your good scissors, but I've got some of these old Stampin' Up! Rubber scissors, and they cut wire like a charm. Find your wire cutters or your old crummy scissors to do that with. Okay, so this is what my spring looks like. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take an 16th inch circle punch. I believe that's what this is. Yeah, it's really small. Or just punch a hole in one panel on your box. So I'm going to go right in here and punch that hole. Can you see that? It's not really quite in the middle, it's just a little bit high on the top of our box. And then we're going to take one of your spring ends, loop it through the hole, kind of finagle it around until it's pretty much in the center of your box like that. So this is what it looks like on one side, that's what it looks like on the other. And then I'm just going to take some good old regular tape and tape that down. Press on it good. So we've got that in place. There's our spring. Now, how do we connect our owl to that? Well, that's pretty simple too. We're going to take another piece of tape, and remember, just a small one, not too big, and we're going to slide that right up in here. I didn't have any trouble with this last night, people. You want to make sure your feet don't go beyond the fold on this box. So probably the best thing to do would be to fold it like this. And then we're going to take our owl and center him. And now this looks like, oh, we're all good. Look at how cute that is. But you want to kind of push your fingers in behind and press that tape down so it's sticking really, really good. This just makes me giggle. Isn't he cute? Okay, next part. I did make a little tag, And like I said, we use a little something to make this tag, and I die cut it with the Tags and Labels framelit. Oh my gosh, these framelits, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them in various sizes. And then while you're making your tag, if you need a hole in it to put a brad or some ribbon through, it also gives you this little hole punch that you can lay right on your tags to punch out the hole at the same time. So this is really neat. Tags and Labels framelit dies. Okay, so I've got my tag there. Now for our ribbon. This is the new 3/8 inch wide cotton ribbon. It comes in rich raspberry. Isn't that pretty? It's very, very soft. So it'll make beautiful bows, beautiful knots, and in this case, it's going to make a beautiful little handle for our little box. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to double this up, and I need a little tag about that big, so about maybe an inch, inch and a half. You think that this would be enough to tie your knot, but the knot takes up quite a bit of space. So we're going to go down to probably about right here, doubling this up. And let's see how much ribbon that is. 6.5 inches. If you're wondering what this is our, I can't think of the name right now, but I'll pop it up on the screen. You can get these pads from Stampin' Up, and they have all the measurements on them. I can't tell you how many times I have taken something and went, how long is this? I don't have to grab a ruler, it's all right here. And then this is my stamping surface. So this is a really, really big pad of paper with a cardboard back. One side is US measurements, and the other side is metric. So these are really nice. I love having this on my table. So we're going to fold that back over now, and I'm just going to leave it attached because then I don't waste so much ribbon. We're just going to tie a knot in the bottom of that. There we go. See what I did? Here's the end of my ribbon. I just tied that in a knot. I'm going to cut this off. So now you have like a little loop. Okay. Now to put your box together. First thing you're going to do is you're going to start with the 2 tabs that your owl is attached to here. So I'm going to go with this one and slide it through. Pull your knot all the way up, and then we're going to go with the side that matches it. And again, pull your knot all the way up. See how that holds that together? Pretty cool, huh? And we're going to start with the left side here as the owl box is facing you, because we want the right side to be last. And you'll see why here in just a second. And as you pull this all up, there's your cutie patootie little box. And this is where we're going to put our tag, is on that right side flap. One little mini glue dot. And this will stick right there. You could use a brad or something too, but I just thought this was easier. And do you see why we need this flap to be the last one? Because when they open up their little box, the tab won't be in the way or glued to the other side, or just trust me on that one. I try to never steer you wrong. Okay, so here's our cute little treat box. You know those little packs of candy corn? I think when they become available, that's what I'm going to put in here. They're in an individual wrapper, and you can put those in there and give these out as Halloween treats. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you'd like to get your hands on one of these beautiful holiday mini catalogs, please pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com, and I'll be happy to put one in the mail for you. Let me earn your business. I would be happy to do that. And please hop on over to my blog, astampabove.com, where I will have all the details, dimensions written out for you so you can sit back and watch the video. Thanks for stamping with me.